Hello, my name is Thomas Adams, and this is my presentation on the spread and impact of fake news and how to combat it. So today we will be going through the background of false information, the threat of false information, recommendations for dismantling fake news, lasting impressions of information leadership through journalism, and then the references. The current issue of false information has greatly increased with digitization. Fake news now spreads faster than real news, creating widespread misinformation about important topics, polarizing communities, and creating confusion. Disinformation purposefully leads people to irrational beliefs about certain topics and people, causing harm. In an academic environment where facts and credibility are foundational, the spread of false information threatens the integrity and reliability of the entire institution. Identifying fake news is essential for all students at BCIT in today's digital world because it spreads quickly, influences opinions, and even threatens public safety. Being media literate empowers everyone to make informed choices and share trustworthy information. Fake news, misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation make it harder for journalism students to earn public trust and credibility. False information blurs the line between fact and fiction, putting pressure on students to be more accurate, transparent, and ethical in their work. By understanding and confronting these issues, journalism students can better protect the integrity of their future profession. Here we have two headlines. On the right, a real news article from a verified outlet. On the left, a fake news example. What stands out to you? The fake one is designed to grab attention, not inform. This is how disinformation spreads quickly. It looks believable at first glance, but falls apart under scrutiny. Learning to spot these red flags is the first step in protecting yourself and others from being misled. Fake news spreads through three distinct forms of information generators. Social media. Platforms amplify fake news through algorithms that prioritize engagement, not accuracy. Journalism. In the race to publish first, some outlets may skip fact-checking or rely on unverified sources, unintentionally spreading misinformation. News outlets. Some non-reputable outlets intentionally publish misleading or false stories to push agendas, attract clicks, or generate profit. Others may fail to correct or retract errors, allowing misinformation to linger. Learning how to spot red flags like unreliable sources, emotional language, and lack of evidence, while also developing critical thinking skills to verify what is seen online, is the beginning to dismantling fake news. As shown by the learning pyramid, teaching others is the most effective way for students to learn. Broadcast and online journalism students at BCIT will design and deliver a media literacy presentation for fellow students across campus. The presentation will focus on how to identify fake news, misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation, and will explain how and why this content spreads so quickly online. By teaching others, journalism students will sharpen their own skills while helping the wider BCIT community become more informed and responsible media consumers. This project is practical, relevant, and aligns with the program's focus on truth, credibility, and real-world impact. Some recommendations for dismantling fake news would be promote source verification skills, teach students how to fact-check using credible sources, cross-reference information, and evaluate the authority of websites and authors. This will help journalism students practice vetting sources and core responsibility in ethical reporting. Sharing on social media. Highlight how false information spreads through clicks and shares, and promote a pause before posting mindset. Journalism students can use this to reflect on their role in shaping public narratives and apply ethical standards when creating or reposting content. To deconstruct fake news. Analyze viral fake news stories to show how they were created, spread, and debunked. This improves students' media literacy while giving journalism students a chance to practice investigative techniques and media analysis. And framed. Teaching students how stories are told and perceived. For journalism students, leading this conversation deepens their understanding of ethical storytelling, audience influence, and the responsibility of crafting media that informs rather than misleads. This is a visual representation of media literacy and understanding fake news that journalism students could explain. So what's the benefit of the presentation for BCIT broadcasting and online journalism students? Strengthens ethical judgment, improves critical thinking skills, and deepens media literacy understanding. builds public speaking confidence, and sharpens fact-checking skills, boosts professional credibility, and prepares for real-world reporting, enhances storytelling awareness, and encourages peer engagement. Fake news impacts BCIT journalism students by challenging the credibility and trustworthiness of the profession they're training to enter. In an environment where misinformation spreads rapidly, journalists are often blamed, even unfairly, for public confusion or media bias. By giving a presentation on identifying false information and promoting media literacy, students not only educate others but also reinforce their own role as defenders of truth. This helps them build the critical thinking, research, and communication skills needed to combat misinformation while also positioning themselves as responsible, informed journalists in a time when trust in the media is fragile and deeply needed. Through this project, I've learned that misinformation isn't just a journalism issue, it's a challenge that affects everyone. This project, centered on identifying fake news and promoting media literacy, offers a feasible, relevant, and highly beneficial initiative that strengthens both our journalism training and the broader BCIT community. By leading this campaign, BCIT broadcasting and online journalism students sharpen essential skills in ethical reporting. This is a meaningful way for journalism students to contribute their expertise in a way that directly benefits their peers, upholds the integrity of media, and reflects the innovation and real-world impact expected in our program. This experience showed me that even small initiatives can spark critical thinking, strengthen trust, and create a real value across disciplines, exactly what our program stands for.